Ecology Garden.
Right, good evening, people. Got to look at it in the right direction because the camera's on that side. Right, so several people have asked me, how does this new vertical farming method that I've been using work? And it's using these here water bottles, and eventually you get one of these which basically then goes on this long thing which you then put in the window. Each of those cells you can put plants in. So now this can then just slide down this electricity pipe, cable pipe, like that, and there it goes, slips in nicely inside the next one. Then I'll just go and get a plant. Then a plant, pretend this spider plant is a lettuce or something. That can simply be put inside there, sit inside, and you can use compost, or you can use those, I forget what they're called. They're like little round clay balls. There's a special name for them. And the one I've got set up in my caravan, this one's for my flat. The one in my caravan is just using compost. So you can have the whole lot filled with plants. And the bottom one, by the way, is a water reservoir. So you keep the cap on it tight, and it catches the water as it passes through. Each of these has a little hole, and I made a mistake. The drainage hole here, I've put it at the front. Now I found that it squirted through the next hole below sometimes, so I've had to put them at an angle. Each hole was out of line with the other one, so the water doesn't squirt on. But from now on I'm going to make that drainage hole at the back, so that any water kind of squirting goes out the back. Okay, now I'm going to do, safe. Right, I'm going to turn it off and then do from scratch how to make the actual each component cell from a bottle. Yeah, so today is the 27th, I think, of August 2020. Time is now 8:09 in the evening. So I've got this bottle here. This is part 2 of the video, vertical gardening. You can grow all kind of plants indoors using this setup, I think. I've got ornamental plants, house plants in the one in the caravan, but I planted try and grow spinach and that. So the first thing I did, I don't know if you noticed, I just snipped off the label there while I was talking. Very simple. Now we just got the bottle. We cut the top off. There's a nice line you can follow. And you can see that line there. Nice straight line. This is a Tesco's economy water, 17p bottles. Right, so now cutting around the line. If you get to know your scissors, you'll find they cut better in one direction than the other. Follow that line. Now I have the top cut off. And next thing, sometimes it's better to do this first actually. I usually go about, on this, there's some wavy lines. I usually go up at the top of the second wavy line to the very top of the wave. And I start cutting now a circle. It's difficult to start it off sometimes. Sometimes you end up crinkling it a bit, but it doesn't matter. You can soon uncrinkles. There you go. Right, now stick my scissors in there, making sure when I use the very end of the scissors to cut a hole, it's more accurate. See, I've got the very end in, and I cut a hole about, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches round circle, 2 or 3 inches diameter. Using the end, try and get a nice perfect-ish circle. That ain't quite perfect. Blue Peter would do it better. Okay, there's my circle. It's hard to see it because the plastic is so clear, but you can just about see it. Cool, I'm 3 minutes already. The last thing you do, well, you obviously unscrew that, but now I talk about a drainage hole, and I did put it underneath the circle down here, a little round drainage hole, but like I say, the water squirted in the wrong direction out of the hole below. So from now on, I turn the bottle round. The drainage hole is at the back, so that it doesn't go through the next drainage hole. And that's just a simple poke it in. Careful you don't stab your hand. Oh, sometimes it's more difficult. Sometimes it's easier. That's it. And then you cut a little, try and make it round or triangle drainage hole. So the water then, when you water the very top bottle, the water percolates down into the bottle below and then moves on all the way through down, so you water all of them with one little watering session. So that is now finished. Hole at the front and drainage hole at the back. I could have made that a bit lower. Unscrew this, grab my, if I turn this a bit you can see the whole thing. And this goes in the top, slides down, got it in line with the one below. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the reservoir at the bottom to collect the water. 5 bottles so far, and this is ready for planting in the top hole. I might split that and then put one in each hole. It looks more effective. Right, so part 3 of my vertical gardening. I showed you how to do the bottles, did an extra one, and here they are. Here's the whole thing. 1, 2, 3 spider plants. It's hard to get a very good. Okay, and there's one. I should have put another one down further lower. I've run out of spider plants, so that'll have to do. So all you've got to do now is put a bit of compost at the bottom of each bottle, a layer of compost, or you can use those little clay balls I use in hydroponics or various other mediums to grow your plants in. So here is the finished article. I've got spider plants in there, but I'm going to put spinach. But this is just an experiment. I'm going away for a couple of weeks. So I didn't put one in the top one, but I've got soil. There's the holes. Poke the spider plants in. One there, all the way down. These are just little cuttings. They're always producing loads of baby spider plants. And there's the water reservoir at the bottom that collects any excess water. That one there needs a bit better planting. Should be right now. Okay, now I'm going to try. These go actually in my lounge window, so I'll take them over now. It's very messy in here, sorry. I cut it just about the right size. Hopefully. Right, I'm going to do a better job than that, but they're in the lounge window for now. And I'll give them some water and see how they do. Hope it won't fall over while I'm away. Yep, okay. So all I'll do now is put my watering can of water, and in the top one I will pour in some water. Hopefully it's going to go down all of them. It is running down all of them already. So that's good. It's dripping all the way down. I don't know if you can see that, but it was dripping all the way down into the different ones. I'll do a bit more. Really, I should put it in this one. Yeah, I've poured it in the very top one there. That hasn't got any soil in. And it's gradually, it is dripping down. Some of it's going down on the outside, which means it isn't really ideal for an indoor house. So I need to work on that. But anyway, cool. Yeah, basically, just quickly, the reason why some of the water went outside the bottle is because this top one here, where I poured the water in originally, I poured it in too fast, and it made all the compost swell up and come over the top of the hole. So now it's got to settle down again, and some water came out on the outside onto the windowsill. But only a bit. I'll have to clean that up later. So I think from now on, when I put compost in, I'll make it a little bit lower than that little round window below, so it doesn't just pour out over the top if you fill it too quickly. So hopefully I've learnt my mistake there.